Lorenzo's going to tell us a story here, and it's a story that I've been wanting you to tell since it happened, and it's really not a great event, but it's kind of funny as well.
I wish it was more funny. Like, I wish there was more to it.
Do you want to make the other guy involved a clown, or like he was on a donkey or something? Like, we can jazz it up. We'll do it in post. You tell the story as it happened.
And
we'll George Lucas it after.
Yeah.
We'll put some sound effects and we'll change the animals and
change the actor. It won't be me. It'll be someone funnier, someone cooler.
Someone funnier than you. I couldn't imagine who that would be. Marcel Marceau. I mean, he's up there. So, Lorenzo, tell us a story, mate. Tell us this story.
So, a few weeks ago, I'm, picking flowers, walking down the street,
That's not a metaphor.
Buying donuts for my colleagues on the way to work.
That sounds. You're a lovely person to work with. I can attest to that. Yeah. I've seen you hard at it, walking around with a fucking coffee 2 centimeters behind me for a whole day.
I'm walking past white picket fences and waving hello to neighbours and doing all the pleasant stuff.
It's so full of shit.
Giving them money to homeless people.
I saw you talk to your neighbour before and she went back into Jesus, pulled the curtain closed. She didn't want anything to do with you.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward.
So anyway, you were picking flowers.
Yeah, anyway, so I'm walking to work as I normally do. Now, it's a fairly straightforward, like literally straight the whole way to work.
Yeah.
And it's all nice and pleasant around here for this purpose-built fucking everything. You're not walking on the footpath near the road.
No.
There's a nice share path for your horses and cyclists and people running and people walking, and that's done.
Big, wide, for that purpose.
And I'm not kidding about the horses, like it's
it's the equestrian schools.
Like it's all set up to cater for all this.
Yeah.
And there isn't even that much traffic anyway. It's not like. But anyway, so I'm walking on this shed. It's like 10 meters wide, all up. There's 2 sort of sections of it.
Yeah.
It's straight. It's very wide, and I'm halfway down it.
Yeah.
I haven't just jumped onto it or.
You didn't come out of one of the trees.
No.
Like it's a runway
it's
with
huge.
trees along one side and a road on the other side. Like,
it's
massive.
huge, right? So I'm just walking straight, walking along.
Yeah.
And I don't remember, like now, all I remember was, ow, 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 what the fuck. And then I'm on the floor and I get up.
Yeah.
And I am like, so I'm being hit by a cyclist.
Right.
From behind.
From the back, yeah.
Right. Dead on.
Bang.
Him and the bike are now on the other side of me.
Yeah.
When I get up, his bike is in between me and him.
Right.
And he's on the floor. So, that wasn't...
That wasn't on the cards.
The reason the story isn't great because I can't say... So he comes out of the corner and...
Yeah. You don't know what happened.
What the fuck happened. I don't know what he was doing.
He might have come out of one of the trees, for all we know.
Yeah. So I get up and all I'm thinking is, fuck, now I gotta go home and get changed because I've ripped my pants.
Yeah,
or,
I'm slightly dirty.
Yeah, that's all I kind of, that first reaction.
I've dropped the donuts for my colleagues, the flowers.
The flowers are ruined.
For Nonna or fucking,
So I'm just like, I just was angry and I'm like, fucking hell. I sort of looked at him and sort of, I didn't even get upset at him because he was on the ground.
Yeah, he was injured as well.
So I kind of just went, I did that like, I'm going to scream at him.
Yeah.
Are you all right? Like, that's what, ended up being, fuck, I'm standing up and he's not.
Yeah,
and I got fucking run over, sort of thing, So I kind of just went, are you all right? And then when he was kind of stumbling up and a little bit apologetic, I started having to go at him.
Yeah.
And I wasn't having to go, but I was like, you fucking cyclists.
Yeah.
You're the guys who fucking get upset with everyone.
Yeah. You're always the victim. Yeah. You're always crying.
Yeah.
And now you've just run me over on a fucking dead straight section of road that's 10 metres wide.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I kind of got angry about.
Yeah.
It's like, if this was a fucking I'm surprised you're not having to go at me for being in the way.
Yeah. Cyclist
which he
mentality.
might have fucking done if I hadn't got in first, kind of thing. Because that's what they, that's what they do.
Yeah.
I saw a cyclist punching a fucking bus a couple of days earlier.
Yeah,
Screaming at the bus driver, punching a bus. Now, whatever.
Yeah.
Not saying the bus didn't do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But why are you in the middle of fucking Oxford Street with cars coming past, punching a bus.
Yeah.
There's fucking probably old ladies sitting behind the bus driver.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just think about the scenario.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, so I stood up and I'm thinking, I've got to go home and get changed. Now, no, it hadn't all fucking clicked in yet. Right? That was
Because you still work on the mind.
Yeah, still
like,
on
I've got to get going.
adrenaline kind of thing. And I'm like, I've got to get to work, so now I've got to go home and get changed. I'm going to waste time. I'm going to call work because I'm going to be late. Like, I was still thinking about that. Two guys walked past, and one of them was like, fuck, mate. I'm like, what? And that's when I realised I'm covered in fucking blood. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
From the top of my head.
Split open,
Just blood's pissing out everywhere. So this other guy walking past goes, oh, give us a look. And he's like, oh, you're probably going to need some stitches, mate. I'm like, fuck. Now it's a different kind of thing. Now I'm like, oh, fuck, this is actually a thing now.
This is an event.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't just need to change clothes.
Yeah.
I need to get to the hospital or something. Like, I don't, what do you do? Right?
Yeah. And I saw the wound on the back of your head. Like, it wasn't insubstantial. It was big enough, and they bleed a lot.
Yeah, well, that's really the thing. It's the bleeding, and you don't know what that means because you know your head just bleeds a lot. So it could be nothing, or it could be something, but you can't.
You don't know.
You can't just walk to work covered in fucking blood.
Yeah,
and bleeding.
Yeah,
you know. So, I was then I was like, fuck, and I walked off, and the cyclist was kind of like, hey, hang on, I'm sorry, and I'm like, whatever, I need to just go. I don't like. Yeah. Like, I don't, there's no...
What happened? What do you think's going to happen now, mate?
It's like a car accident where we need to swap fucking I don't know, like, maybe we should, but I'm not thinking about that now because now I'm like, how do I get to a hospital?
But definitely adrenaline, maybe a bit of shock as well.
It's not a normal thing to have happen.
No, fuck no.
It's still, like I said, I can't even explain it properly because it's not a normal...
Because you didn't see it coming, the shock of it from the back, bang, all of a sudden the next thing you know, you're on the deck, bike guy.
And at the time, it felt like it took a while to happen. I was like, oh, what the fuck, like,
on the way down, like Eddie Murphy's grandmother. Well, shoe.
You feel you get that sort of thing. So anyway, so I walked off and I crossed the road, and then I'm like, hang on, like, what do I do now? Yeah. Cabs, I can't try, there's no cabs around.
Yeah. It's peak hour, isn't it? Like, for work in the morning.
Well, yeah, so it wasn't, and it's an awkward kind of street. So I was just like, standing there and full of blood going, well, I'll call a cab, and I'm just like fumbling with my phone, but now you don't really think properly. Yeah. So I was just like, what is the number? What's the number? Do I look it up? It's all a bit, everything's kind of not right.
A bit jumbled.
Yeah.
You've just been struck by a bike, and bleeding from there.
So... and luckily, now, very luckily, I guess, in retrospect, a lady who was driving past, who was, like, waiting at a red light, whatever, she saw me. Yeah. And she just pointed to the other side of the street and said, I'm going to pull over there. So she came and pulled over, and she gave me a lift to the hospital. Like, she said, look, are you okay? I said, no, but look, I'm fucking covered in blood, like...
I don't want to get in the car.
Yeah, you sure you even want to give me a lift, because...
So she didn't see the incident. She just saw you.
Yeah, she just saw me on the side of the road. I guess lucky I was wearing a fucking shirt and pants, and I didn't look like because I wouldn't fucking stop for someone covered in blood. I mean, I'm not. Yeah. She did the right thing. Yeah. But I don't know if I would. Yeah. Like it's.
You got lucky.
It's it's an awkward scenario.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So, on my day off, she might have not stopped if I'm walking around with a fucking beanie and a fucking, track pants or whatever. Like there's a bit of that to it, I guess. Yeah. But she'd be right not to, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But workday, well dressed, ready to go.
Yeah. Anyway, while she's sort of, I'm talking to her, the cyclist now comes over. He's sort of limping with his bike, and he's...
What, he wants to run you over again?
Yeah, he's coming back.
Fucking hell, he's going to finish the job, mate.
He's put, like, something on the front of the bike. So he had my glasses or something on him, so I obviously...
So you dropped some bits.
Yeah. Anyway, because I just did I've got my wallet, I've got my phone thing, that's all, you focus on.
Yeah. Everything else.
Yeah, whatever. And he's all apologetic, and then he wants my number, and I was like,
What's he trying to hit on you now? He wants your number. He's running you over, and now it's...
I think he goes. Here's my name and number. Or she took his number down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I was a little bit rattled, and I said, yeah, I'll text you, and then you'll have my number, kind of thing. But I got to go, and I jumped in the car
because I'm fucking bleeding, you idiot.
I didn't want to have this conversation. I didn't give a shit. Like I said, I don't. Maybe in hindsight, you should get all their details because you never know.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't thinking about that. If it was a car accident, you'd know you need to worry about insurance or whatever.
Oh, totally, yeah.
But in this scenario, I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, I just need to get out of here.
Or stitches for your head, wound checking. And...
Yeah, that's all, I'll just pay for that. I'm not thinking, I'm going to chase him up for money or whatever. Like, it's not what's gone through my head.
100%, yeah.
So I jumped in the car. She took me to the St. Vincent's, whatever, emergency.
Yeah.
And I just tried to give her money. She didn't want the money. Fair enough.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, she just was just, if it was my kids, I hope someone does it, whatever, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, my age, I think, so that was a little bit, so it wasn't like some old lady.
Maybe the kids need a daddy, mate. Anyway. Maybe it was her ex-husband and she used him to meet guys like you, run him over and then drive him to the hospital. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's why I haven't called the guy, because I just don't even, I don't need someone having my number.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fine. I don't
not given the way you guys met. It's not like you share a common interest or something.
Anyway. So I walk into the hospital and I was kind of a bit woozy, and luckily, I called work. That was one of the first things I did after I was, before I even, she even stopped me, before I was even thinking about how I could get to the hospital. I just called my work real quick and said, I'm not coming in.
Yeah, something's
I'm
happening.
bleeding from the head. I didn't give much info.
Conscientious, mate. That's what that's called. Keeping the economy going.
Yes.
See that?
Yeah.
It's a worker.
So, customer first. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, standing there bleeding. And there's people in front of me at the emergency thing, but there's no one behind the counter. It's not a good. But
where'd you go to? A hospital in Los Angeles or something? A hospital in Elysium.
It was a bit like that. But a nurse or whatever, she saw me from the other side of the, at the back.
Yeah,
she goes, well, that guy's bleeding from his head. He's probably going to faint. So she just grabbed me, took me in, asked me a couple of questions.
Yeah.
And then told me to go wait in the waiting room. But it was enough to just get me
out of that situation.
Making sure that, we know you're here now.
Stabilised.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there, I had to talk to the lady at the counter and show her my 5 years out of date Medicare card. It's like, fuck. I don't know, I don't go to the doctors, I don't, I don't get sick, I don't think about these things. I mean, that's my thing, that's my fault. But anyway, she just took my details down and I sat down. The intern guy sorted me out.
JD from Scrubs came along. Yeah,
he sorted me out. He, patched me up, did the whole whatever needed to be done. So, it super glued my head back together. Cleaned me up, blah blah, sent me on my way.
Yeah,
and 2 days off work. Woohoo.
Oh mate, that's what it was all about, was it?
It was a whole big setup.
Lazy. I take back the worker comment. Look at him.
I told some cyclists, I said, look, I don't want to know when it's coming. Just hit me and make me bleed by the head.
Do you owe the ring of cyclists money? Is this like a betting thing, and they're just letting you know that they're out there and they're coming for you?
But so the story's not a thing, right? But it kind of
it's kind of a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing.
It's kind of you got run over. You're bleeding from fucking the body.
It was a thing at the time. It was definitely a thing.
Yeah,
it was pretty.
Holy shit!
This and luckily, and the first day you're woozy and you're still in a bit, and I don't want to say because at the end of the day it wasn't the worst head injury anyone's ever had. But when it happens and you're bleeding from the head, it can actually be fucking internal bleeding.
Yeah, well, you just don't know.
You don't know. It can actually be a because they were kept asking me, "Does your head hurt?" Not as in headaches or. Yeah. If you get a headache, you fucking come straight back here. That's the sort of.
Well, that's why I called you the next day to make sure you woke up because I was like, "Fuck, he's unconscious, he's gone." Yeah, he went in the night in his sleep, it was.
Well, it's a bit of a thing,
totally.
Loss, Anyway, like I said,
you weren't wearing a helmet, so when other people go cycling, apparently you need to wear a fucking helmet as well.
Yeah. Finally. But I guess it kind of not vindicated, but I've always had this thing with the cyclists that
Yeah.
They're not thinking about... They're thinking about the road rules and the fucking... Well, I have right of way, or...
Yeah.
They're always arguing with you punching a bus in the middle of the road.
Yeah. Honk, yelling and carrying on.
And it's almost like that's more the point than the fucking actual safety.
Yeah, yeah.
And the safety is don't punch a bus while you're standing in the middle of the road. Like, don't worry about having an argument with the driver of a car.
Yeah.
He was wrong. Fine. Just do something else, because you're going, like you say, you're going to come off second best.
Well, the thing is that if you might have the right of way, but if you get run over by a car, you'll be yelling from underneath the back fucking wheels. Yeah. Oh, it was green, you prick. Like, you still got to take care of yourself. Like, your safety comes first. Yeah. But apart from being right, that's a secondary concern. Yeah. And when you're talking no protection on a bike, car, bus, even a motorcycle will come off better than you will. Yeah. Yeah.
Because even when I'm walking, I've had a few, like, you know, I've given guys daggers or, like, turned around and sort of, you know, said, what the fuck? Because, like, they're riding up behind you and they're fucking ringing the bell. And so just either go around me slowly. Yeah, like you meant to. Yeah. Because I'm not doing the wrong, this is a walk path. Yep. And you can go around or you can wait behind me. Yeah. Or
ringing the bell, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, you know, like, it can't be this... And they brush past you, and you're like, "There's fucking more room than that." Yeah. Like, why are you brushing past me?
It's not needed.
You know? Yeah. Like, I just don't get the cultural side of the cycling.
They're always right.
Yeah.
Because you never see
a band together.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. They're always sticking up for each other on the telly, and you know.
Well, but just even in packs. Yeah, they're in packs, and they're in a fucking and they're wearing the fucking garb, and it's like, why are you like I run, right? Quite a bit. Yeah. Right?
Yep. Like I'll back that up.
You know, like I don't go out there wearing a fucking number like it's a real race or something. So I don't get the full sponsor logo get up. Surely there's bland cycling gear.
There is. And it should be worn.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say something that you're paying to sponsor someone who doesn't sponsor you. Like to advertise someone that gives you nothing back.
Because you see them and they look like, so I walk past the cafe and they look like a team.
Yeah.
But they're eating fucking banana bread. Like, you know, you're not a fucking...
It's not cake, it's bread, mate. It's fine.
Like, you know what I mean? You're not really...
Yeah, you're not a cyclist. Yeah. You own a bike and you cycle, but you're not a cyclist. You've got the stack hat helmet, not the big fucking space age pointy one that goes on. Yeah.
So I just don't get what that side of things is about.
I don't know.
And the fact that, you know, you're standing there in your Lycra punching the bus.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What are you doing?
Yeah, you look stupid anyway.
Or ringing the fucking bell to the fucking ladies who are just walking in front of you with their fucking groceries and making them feel all fucking like, oh, this guy's angry at me.
Shit,
and I'm just like a girl.
Yeah.
And you know, like... Why you know, like I've seen it. It's intimidating for a woman who's done her shopping, you know.
To be on the footpath where she fucking belongs.
And being fucking like, you know, bell ringing and get out of the way. Like,
because I'm zipping through. Fucking move. Yeah, I hate that.
And I see it all the time, and it's all like, what the fuck is this about?
Yeah.
So now this guy, he had nothing to say to me. He fucking hit me. Yeah. Because fucking what was he doing?
Was he on the phone?
He was doing something wrong.
Yeah.
He wasn't paying attention for a while.
Because it's dead straight. Yeah. I went past there the other day with you. We had a look where it was.
There's nowhere to...
It's like that bit in Lord of the Rings when Frodo's like, get off the road, and it goes, does that big weird zoom thing. And you can see for fucking ages that something's going on. It was like that. Like, it's just stupid.
Yeah. So it's just, you know, and that, so, you know, that's what bothers me about the because it's a whole thing in Sydney. It's fucking cycling. Like,
and then they retrofit cycle lanes to narrow roads. Yeah. Then it's a shared thing, and then it's not. Then it is, and then the cyclists go through the give way signs, and it's all fucking. It's like, hang on a minute, this isn't really going to work, guys. If you want to ride for health and shit, don't do it in the middle of the CBD. Yeah. Piss off somewhere else and do it.
Yeah. It's
I don't understand why the big fetish about cycling.
You know, I see it all the time.
Yeah, and the thing that pisses me off is that, like, in Newtown, you'll be walking down King Street, and someone will be on a bike behind you on the footpath, King Street footpaths are fucking barely two people. It's tables and chairs and signs and telegraph poles. And the buses come in real close, and it's like it's always really narrow. Yeah. And they're dinging, ding, 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 get out of the way, ding, ding. It's like, mate, just fucking, where do you think you're going? Yeah. There's 100 people in front of me. Yeah. You're behind me. You're going to have another 99 to go before you're in front of them. And then what? Yeah. You're going to be on the footpath. You're going to be dodging, weaving, all these other bits and pieces, obstacles all over the place. I turned around on one guy once. I said, don't ding me, you prick. It's a footpath. Yeah. You're supposed to be on the road. Yeah. Then you see he's not wearing a helmet. So he's on the footpath and he's not wearing a helmet and he's got a big fucking bag. Not one of those little zippy bags that fucking doesn't slow you down from G7, whatever fucking speed you're going. I'm like, well, hang on a minute. You're on the footpath and you don't have a helmet on. So what the fuck are you doing? Digging about? What's going on here with you? Because I'm in the right and you're not. Yeah. For two reasons. One, you're fucking dinging me. Yeah. That's not right. Yeah. I'm right. You're wrong. And two, you shouldn't be anywhere near me. Like, it's a footpath. Yeah. Get on the fucking road, you dickhead.
Yeah. No, that's what it is. And that's I felt like it was worth getting hit by one of these fuckers to have the story.
You took a bullet for the team, mate.
Just to say, fucking, no one's got anything now. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. So any other cyclist that you come across now does not get the benefit of, I could be in the wrong here. Yeah. It's like, no, fuck you. Yeah. One of your kind. Yeah. And they probably all talk about it. They all know. Yeah. I ran over this guy on his way to work with fucking flowers and donuts. They're laughing at you, mate. Let's be honest. The cyclists are fucking laughing at you.
He's got
pricks.
Yeah. He's got a little tick on his fucking cycle board.
Well, doesn't he have a little kill sticker on the side of his bike? Like, fucking got him. Mate, it just shits me.
But that's why I don't, because you don't know people's reaction nowadays, because you hear all the horror stories.
What if you shot him? What if he ran you over and you just went, motherfucker, bang?
Oh, mate.
Like,
what if you do that? I mean, I'm a fucking nobody, you know, not nobody, I'm a like, normal fucking person. Yeah. You run over someone who's a bit fucking...
Not all there. Yeah. Next thing you know, you're getting assaulted. Yeah. You got a bike sticking out of your fucking mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know? But I don't want to, like I said, I didn't ring this guy to say anything because then I get a phone call back going, oh, my bike's fucked. Yeah. Oh, you're okay? Yeah, well, my bike's fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
You're in the way.
You owe me.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to have that.
And if he's doing the wrong thing by not paying attention, because that's what we assume. Yeah. He clearly just wasn't paying attention. Where he came from, we don't fucking know.
I have no idea what's going on. Yeah.
He saw a car or a chick or a fucking dog or he was on his phone and he's running you over. Yeah. If he's already that kind of person, he is the kind of person that's going to, my sister's a lawyer. Yeah. You owe me $1,000 for fucking up my bike. Yeah. And it's like, I don't need this headache, mate. What are you talking about? I'm bleeding from the body area. Yeah. What the fuck?
That's why I haven't even got in touch with him. You know, he seemed all apologetic and normal on the day, but you don't know.
No. Well, he would have been in shock as well. Yeah. He ended up on the deck. He's done the wrong thing. He probably realises then. Yeah. And then he might have said, I'm sorry and whatever and admitted liability to that extent. But later on, he might. It changes.
And that's why I don't even want to get in touch with them.
Yeah, for the sake of ripped pair of pants and stuff.
No, it's not. That's right. It's not worth the you know.
I think all things considered, and I'm not trying to be glib about it, but you've come out of it pretty okay.
Oh, no, that's why I say it's not really a story of fucking, like, it's just more this, you know, something that happened, you know.
I mean, it was shit for a week while you were healing and it was
well, that's the thing. It's not, you know, it was 2 days off work. I mean, not really. It's fucking, there's nothing worse than sitting at home with a, like, woozy kind of head.
Not feeling well.
Yeah, where you can't really concentrate on anything. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's what you do. You're just spending that day recuperating. Yeah. And the day after, just making sure you fucking woke up and you're okay.
Oh, yeah. The next day is when your body says, oh, your head's okay, you're okay with your head. Now your leg hurts, now your arm hurts, now your back hurts. Now, you know, like, that's when your body says.
Everything else hurts.
Yeah. All the other things. But, yeah, so, you know, but I think the Sydney cycling thing, I mean, it is a little bit of a... I mean, you hear some fucked up from both sides, like, stories. Like,
well, it's always in the media.
Yeah, it's a thing.
They've got helmet cams now to watch out for shit drivers and all this kind of stuff.
But it's fine. When I'm on the road in Sydney, I'm worried about the cars. Yeah. Other cars.
Yeah, totally.
These bikes zipping around, being in front of me doing 20 Ks while I'm supposed to be doing 60 Ks. Yeah. And I'm kind of on edge because do I go around him? It's fucking narrow. I don't want to hit him.
No. He might do one of these ones on your way past.
Yeah, it's all very, you know, it's not right. And I think, part of the responsibility is the fact that the roads aren't set up. Yeah. There's this whole, good on your bike. It's good for the environment vibe.
Yeah, but, no, they're not environmentalists.
Or whatever. You know, I'm saying there's a like a message
I know what you're
out
saying,
there.
Yeah, less pollution, car emissions and shit.
There's a message out there, but it's not a safe place to be on a bike. No. Sydney, there's fucking trucks and there's so
driveways, dogs.
Fuck, mate. So it's not, you know, it isn't don't have that culture that I think they're trying to borrow from fucking Amsterdam or whatever, where it's 95% bikes on the road, and that one car's the dickhead.
Yeah,
you know. But they're trying to kind of have that. Sydney's not. It's fucking huge, vast. Where are you riding? You know what I mean?
I ride to work.
Yeah.
That's great for you.
Yeah.
But when you're going through the airport tunnel, which is 3 lanes each way, and you're doing fucking 20, and it's an 80 zone, and everyone else is late because of you, you better fucking pedal, you son of a bitch. Like, you got to do more than this. Don't just sit there coasting.
Yeah.
I want to see some sweat.
It is it's just a funny thing, all that, because it's like we haven't got the infrastructure for it. They've done a couple of bike lanes here and there, like you said.
Oh,
but
that's fucking nightmare. In the middle of the city, when you get a green light to cross
now
walking,
the lights it's like car, bike, fucking
because it wasn't confusing enough.
Yeah, there's that extra element to it. Because I do it all the time across the road and the bike's got right away now. What happened here?
Yeah.
You know?
Or suddenly there's a bike lane. Yeah. Because wasn't here last week. There's a green thing. You should only be allowed to ride in bike lanes. Every other road's off limits.
Yeah, and dude, I mean, that's the other thing. When I grew up and you rode your bike around, and I mean, I was never really big on it, but you know, it was the streets in the suburb.
Yeah, different story.
You know, like your area,
cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
There's 5 houses.
Yeah. And a footpath on a main road for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it was never.
You don't go 30 Ks
no.
through fucking narrow one-laners and, you know, you don't go the wrong way down a one-way street and get the shits when a car's coming towards you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's very, I'll tell you why I know it's not safe, right? Because when I see the kids in Centennial Park learning how to ride their bikes, parents don't have them on the fucking bike lane.
Yeah. You're right.
Should be safe, and it's a big, wide bike lane.
Yeah.
They don't have them on that, and they should be on that. They shouldn't be on the footpath thing because they're not learning how to ride, but it's their first bike and whatever it is. They should still be on the bike lane.
Because that's where they belong.
That's what it is. Yeah. So your dad on his big bike, and then the kids in front of you on their
little bikes
with the fucking, what are they called? Training
wheels, yeah.
You know, they should still all be go slow. Whatever.
Yeah.
But no, that's where the cyclists, the fucking angry,
the serious,
Lycra, ringing bells, get out the way guys are.
Yeah.
So now we've got learning how to ride, well, not even learning how to ride your bike, but the kids and the family riding their bike on the fucking
footpath
area.
Because they're not accepted by their own.
Yeah.
They won't give leeway. Like if you see a learner driver and you're in a car, you kind of go, as a learner driver, I'll back off a bit, I'll get around them. Yeah. But you don't get right up their ass and fucking carry on.
Yeah.
Cyclists don't have that etiquette, apparently. Yeah. And if you see someone who's not as fast as you, instead of getting around them and sorting it out, you want to make them feel like a fucking idiot. And then you feel better about yourself. Then you go about your day. And it's like, well, why is that the case?
Yeah. But that's how I kind of know then. Because I'm running or whatever, and I've got to dodge fucking little Johnny on his bike. Yeah, that's not safe at all. Yeah, like because now
you don't know what the fuck he's gonna do.
He might, and it's like, well, then clearly the bike lane stuff isn't really what it's presented as. Safe way to get to work. Oh, look, we've got a bike lane. I wouldn't fucking run on one of those bike lanes.
No way in hell. No. You take your life in your own hands anyway. Yeah. And then if you carry on like a knobhead, it gets even fucking worse.
Because now I'm worried about cars running me over.
Yeah.
And other cyclists who are fucking,
Yeah, who are sponsored.
Oh, yeah, I'm an expert, fuck all that.
I watched fucking 14 weeks of the Tour de France. Yeah. I'm allowed to ring my bell at you because apparently there's some sort of fucking thing. Yeah. Like, I'm all for getting off the couch and physical activity if that's what you want to do. But if I like skipping rope or fucking fencing, I can't just do it wherever the pissing hell I want. I can't just go out and fucking have a little sword fight in the middle of the footpath or something. Like, you just can't do that. There's a time and a place. And if you're not at that time and place, fuck off. The end as far as I'm concerned. Because we've had so many times, because where I live, similar to you, one-way streets, narrow streets, starts off 6 fucking lanes and ends up, barely wide enough for a car to go through. And there's a million people trying to get where they want to go. And generally it works out okay. But then you've got some dickhead cyclist zipping in and out, sitting on your rear vision, right on your wing mirror. Yeah. We had a guy once whose handlebar was in the window of the car by about an inch. And I just thought, what the fuck's going on here? Like, I could literally have touched him if I wanted to. So then if the driver wants to turn left, he's dead. Yeah. Like, there's no fucking around. We're doing whatever Ks we're doing. Yeah. He's gone. If we go right, someone else might try and take that spot and not see him and clip him and take him out. Like, why? Is it that important to get to where you're going on time? Yeah. To get to the cafe to have your fucking bagel and your cream cheese with your 40 mates? Yeah. Is it really that?
Yeah, it's bizarre. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's even if, like, it was your fault for not checking or looking, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter whose fault at the end of the day. Yeah. If you're a fucking paraplegic.
Yeah, you can tell me it was my fault with the fucking stick in your mouth pointing at the little computer board that does the robot voice to tell me, it was your fault. Like, okay, that's fucking fantastic. But how does that help you, man?
Yeah. No, and that's I think where we started. It's just don't worry about the rule books.
Just don't be a cockhead. Yeah. Like, really. Yeah. Don't ding old ladies with fucking groceries. Yeah. Don't beep at kids and fucking carry on. Don't think that you miss just because you can ride between two cars driving that you should fit there. Yeah. Because the guy on the skateboard's not fucking doing it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not walking in there.
You're not walking in there. Even if they're stopped, you've got no business being in there. Yeah. You're supposed to be, like, in the middle of the lane. Yeah.
As a car.
Or on the... Yeah, like on the left-hand side, if you're a bike, like out of the way, you're not supposed to be between cars and fucking trying to match pace and like it's just a weird.
And that's the thing, even if the book says that's okay, it's not safe. Like for you.
Yeah. Don't you worry that you're going to get hurt? Yeah. The book might say this is what you do, but if you're going to come off second best,
it might not be illegal.
Yeah.
You might not get a fine for zipping in between cars. Yeah. But why the fuck would you do it anyway?
Why do you want to do it? Yeah.
Like, why does there have to be a law there? And there might be one already. I don't even know. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Every law in this regard, in this sphere of shared pathways, bike lane, cars, pedestrians, is basically don't be a fuckwit. That's like essentially what it boils down to. Yeah. But how stupid is it that we need a law to tell people, don't be fuckwits. Come on, there's some people who are quicker than you, some people they might be on foot, they might have a dog. Yeah. You might have bought a new fucking Razor bike that's going to blaze fire along the track. Yeah. But you can't do it in fucking Newtown or Centennial Park on a Sunday on Mother's Day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when there's a war veteran march and you want to fucking be Mr. You know what I mean? Like, stop taking performance-enhancing drugs and just calm the fuck down. It really shits me.
And that's the thing. Look, I know I'm not saying everyone who's ever ridden a bike's a fuckwit, but
it's close to it, but it's really close.
It's just a very common. Yeah, and then you can have all the arguments about the car, and a lot fucking drivers are just as big a fuckwits as it is. Yep. But that's kind of my point. I know that half the people driving their cars are fuckwits. Yep. And I'm in my car, and I'm conscious of the fact.
And you're on guard for that.
Yes, and I'm in a car. Yeah. You know what I mean? If I was on a bike, I'd be like double that because I'm going to die. We're not going to have a car accident and I get a bumper bar fucking thing.
Yeah, you pay your excess.
Yeah. It's going to be...
dead.
You know? Yeah. Hit by a car and a bike. Yeah. Like...
Well, this
that's
particular...
That's not all I'm saying here. It's not even, again, right, wrong, out, because I know there's 1,000 stories the other way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, we see them on the media almost weekly on current affairs shows and whatever.
I'm not condoning, that fucking bus driver that, ran down that cyclist. No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, not at all.
But at the end of the day, right, wrong aside, think about your safety. Don't think about winning the argument.
Yeah, or the pretend race, or your personal best, or whatever the fuck's going on. Because this guy that ran you over couldn't even navigate a 10-metre wide shared zone.
And maybe that's what it was. Maybe he was fucking tracking his fucking how long it's going to take him, and he's not going to...
Well, it pops up on his Facebook, so he doesn't want to be slower today than he was the other week. Yeah.
Maybe it could have even been the thing where he was watching me, and he was going to zip past, literally...
At the last little minute.
And he fucked it up. I don't know. That's the thing. I have no idea. Maybe he did. Maybe he broke a rule and he was on the fucking walk-only path and then cut across from behind a tree to get onto the shared one.
Yeah.
And I was
You were just in the way.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Which makes, like, I can't see a scenario where he wasn't doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
There's just worse degrees of it. I wasn't paying attention, accident, or I was actually fucking,
illegal, and then I fucking tried to... I mean, everyone's got a story about cyclists, and I know quite a few cyclists, and they're all reasonable people, but get them on a bike and they get a little bit, everyone's against me. Yeah. It's like, well, there's a reason, there's a stereotype for a reason in this case, you know what I mean? Like I was telling you the story, I was driving with a friend of mine, 2 lanes, 1 lane was parked cars, and then it opened up into a turning lane because we were going to turn left. Yeah. As we went to go left, a cyclist come between the 2 sets of cars. Now, we were well within our rights to go left. Yeah. 100%. The indicator was on. Yeah. Everything was right. Yeah. As we went to go, this cyclist came up, had this big go at us, and then sort of stopped at the lights because we ended up having to stop because of the red. Stopped at the lights and turned around. And I lost my fucking shit, man. You might be surprised to learn. Sometimes I get a bit ranty, and I just sprayed back at him. Yeah. He ended up riding off because he thought, I'm not going to win this one because I was going absolutely spare. Just because he had physical room to fit, he thought, this is what I'm going to do to save myself 2 fucking seconds. Yeah. Instead, because he was behind us, and then he just came up and tried to undercut. Yeah. The indicator was on, as I said, we were turning. It's a turning lane. It was parked cars. It was very clear what we were doing. There was no bullshit. I wasn't driving. Friend was driving. And if he was fucked it up, I'd say, he fucked it up. No way in hell. This cyclist was wrong every day of the week. He was very nearly wrong on the fucking road with spinal injuries. Yeah, you know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to be sort of mistaken as saying, like, I'm on the driver's side.
No.
It's just...
You're on the side of people who aren't fuckwits.
Yes, because, like I said, I'm in a car and I fucking hate all the four-wheel drive people too. Yeah. Because they can destroy my car. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. And me with it.
The very small ladies that have trouble seeing, can't reverse park.
I've got a million stories about that. Yeah. And nearly being fucking run over, like, driven into because they weren't watching when they were reversing.
They've always got damage on the rear quarter panels and then the back.
They don't look behind.
Yeah, they don't look behind. Yeah.
But, and she wasn't. She was reversing and I had to beep and go, I'm fucking here.
I'm here in my car. Yeah. And your car's blue, like bright blue.
It's not. It's not little. It's not.
It's not camouflage.
But anyway, so my point. Well, we won't go into all that. It's another fucking thing. But the point is, it's not like I'm just going, cycle. No, I'm just saying because there's this danger. There's no point shaking your fists at it. Yeah. You just need to go slower or ride somewhere where there isn't any cars or just, there's an old lady in front of me with shopping bags. I'm not going to make a big deal. I'm going to wait till there's no cars coming. I'll zip onto the road, overtake her. Whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But
go to the national park.
There's ways around
this. There's cycleways specifically for people who enjoy cycling. Yeah. You don't have to get from A to B.
This is the thing. Do you enjoy cycling or do you enjoy cycling to work? Because I don't get to work the way I exercise. Do you know what I mean?
You go running.
I go running
on the weekend
independently. Yeah, because running to work would be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, you got to take shit and change. Well,
I mean, there's all that. Yeah. Without even that's the logistical nightmares.
Oh, okay.
But it's not a run. It's run a bit, stop, watch for traffic, run across the road. Now there's someone in front of me.
I know what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah, I get it.
And it's not actually exercising, it's just fucking around. Yeah. And that's the same with the cycling, I assume, because it's the same thing. Yeah. Sure, it's healthier than getting a bus or whatever. Yeah. Or driving.
Well, if you don't get run over, it's fucking healthier, but it's second you get run over.
But, you know what I mean? I don't see that as actual, that's my exercise. Like, if you get up at 5 and you go and do 5 laps of the park on your bike, that's exercise. And then you go home and have a shower and you go to work. Yeah. That I see exercise. Yeah. Not.
You don't try and 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah. On Sydney roads.
Yes.
That's like if we lived in Tamworth.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Even the suburbs of Sydney.
Yeah.
Down in Cronulla or Hornsby or like anywhere. Yeah. But as soon as you're getting into the CBD.
Yeah, I don't.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. I just. Anyway. Let's just leave it at that. I think it's,
So, moral of the story, you got hit by a cyclist.
Yeah.
You don't hate them all.
No.
Which is, if a bee stings you, you don't hate all bees. I guess it's sort of
In fact, I probably hate him the least.
Yeah.
Even but in the way he reacted, he didn't try and turn it into an argument.
But you're still thinking that he could.
Oh, he can.
If you call him and you go, I've got this guy's number now.
Yeah.
My wheels bent from hitting your fucking body.
But anyway,
I've got blood on my spokes.
It's not. What I'm saying is, this isn't a reaction of him hitting me and why I'm now up in arms. I've always had the same opinion.
Oh, totally.
It's just kind of almost validated.
This was a catalyst. For this whole thing, for this discussion. It validates what you thought, what I've thought about these people that seem to take it so seriously, but not seriously enough to keep their safety in mind.
Yeah.
Like, I know I've got to be the fastest or the most Lycra or whatever, but I don't give a fuck about actually doing the thing properly.
Yeah. Oh, that goes into the whole, like I said, I see someone eating a fucking banana cake and a frappuccino, and they're wearing the Lycra because they've been for a cycle.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't done 200 Ks. You know what I mean?
You're not down from Newcastle.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty confident because I see them every morning at the cafe.
Yeah.
So, you know what?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was saying about the health. You know, the idea of the exercise. I mean, I haven't burned that many fucking calories. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've done a bit of that calorie counting shit. Doesn't add up.
Takes a lot more than.
Oh fuck, mate! You know, the guys doing Tour de France will gonna eat the fucking cake.
Yeah.
After it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't have like.
Can we stop talking about cake now, please? Because I'm starting to get a little bit.
We'll go get one. We'll go get one. But I'm just saying, like, that's that's why I say, is it really about?
No, it's not.
Okay, it's social, and there's other things.
They're not wearing black Lycra. They're wearing fluoro.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of money on my bike. My wife comes second. That's completely unfounded, but also true. Like, they're those kinds of guys. And you just go, oh, fuck off, you wanker. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
And it used to be okay to say that, but now, oh no, class war, cars versus bikes.
Yeah, all that. That's the today, tonight. Fucking,
yeah. Let's pit two sides against each other.
Yeah. For like,
two modes of transport.
Yeah.
Planes versus helicopters. Fuck, that'd be a good movie, man.
Yeah. You see the helicopters hovering.
Yeah.
The planes fly past.
Ding, move over. Ding, ding. So all cyclists are cunts.
That's what I think
That's what it
proven
comes down
that
to.
beyond a shadow of a doubt.
AC, ACAC. Just remember that. Go for it. Sorry you got hit by a bike, but thanks for doing it as well.
Yeah.
There you go. Give everyone something to do.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Signing off.
Bye.